Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my Only the Brave movie review. So, Only the Brave is based on a true story of this terrible fire disaster, wildland fire disaster that killed. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna say how many it killed or if it killed anybody, but I guess apparently I already gave it away. Anyway, um, it's a firefighter movie. Now, I tend to like movies about military firefighters and police. I've never seen, like movies like Backdraft and Ladder 49 are more about structural fires. This is something I learned in this movie. There's a big difference between structure firefighters, the guys who put out building fires in the city, and wildland firefighters. I guess the wildland firefighters are a lot more elite because they're just out there in the woods, and that stuff can get away from you at any minute. It's about this unit from northern Arizona. It's based on a true story. It's got a great cast: Josh Brolin, Jennifer Connelly, Taylor Kitsch. Who else is in it? Uh, what's his name? The guy who played Mr. Fantastic. Miles Teller is in it. I absolutely love this cast. Jeff Bridges is also in it. Everybody's really good in this cast. I found this movie to be great, and if I could describe it in one word, it would just be. Uh, I was gonna say honorable, but I'm gonna say noteworthy. It's definitely a noteworthy film. The director, it seems to be pretty new on the scene. He directed Tron Legacy with Jeff Bridges, also with Jeff Bridges, but I didn't see that movie. I did see Oblivion with Tom Cruise, which I liked that movie. Some people didn't like it. I thought it was good. And he's directing. Looks like his next movie is the Top Gun Maverick, again with Tom Cruise, and he's got some other stuff, remakes actually. This guy seems to be into the remakes. He's got Twilight Zone lined up and Gran Turismo, which I guess is a IP. So he seems like a system director. His name's Joseph Kosinski. I'm not too familiar with him. But I really like that this movie focused a lot on the relationships of the firefighters and what it is and the whole family life and how really it is a community together. It's a very sad story. I like that they focus also on the characters. Obviously, it's a company of firefighters, so it's just about 20 people. So you can't get too much in depth with everybody. And even after this, I watched this movie. I went back and I looked at some interviews with family members and others. Just about the whole situation. It was very sad. I remember kind of hearing something about this on the news back a couple years ago. I think it was 2012 when this happened. It was very sad. Um, but I highly recommend this movie. I cannot believe that this movie did not make more money than what it did. I think it only made like 6 million domestic, something like that, which is a shame because it's a good movie. I really liked it a lot. You root for these guys. Josh Brolin is such a good actor, man. I've been watching him since I've been a fan. I remember. I think the first movie I saw him in was actually Thrashin', because I saw Goonies when I was a little bit older. And then it seemed like he disappeared for a while. And when I really noticed him come back was in No Country for Old Men, and then he's just been on this hot streak ever since. Um, Jennifer Connelly, oh my God, she is so great in it. Jennifer Connelly is such a classic beauty, man. She's She's incredible. There's a lot of people that have played Marvel characters in this. She's actually married to the Vision, and she's played Betsy Ross. And then you got Thanos and Mr. Fantastic in this movie, and Taylor Kitsch, who's played Gambit. So, Taylor Kitsch, I actually think I think he's a really great actor. I liked him in Lone Survivor. His problem is he needs to get a new agent, man, because he keeps getting put in these garbage. This one is not a garbage movie. Like this one, Lone Survivor, were good movies for him to be in. But his agent keeps putting him in these piece of trash movies that fail, and then it looks like it's his fault. But he was really good in this. I like that dynamic between him and Miles Teller's character. I highly recommend this movie. Go see it. Have this movie make money. I know I hate Sony Studios, but this was good. This. Whenever it seems like all their movies that are smaller, I like Sony's small movies like this. I don't know if this was expected to be a blockbuster. I heard this they made about what they expected it to make. I'm not sure what the budget of this movie was. Let's see if I can look it up real quick. Uh, but it just didn't. I don't know. It didn't make a lot. I think that Medea movie made more money than this one. Yeah, it brought in $6 million. Nothing overseas. So the budget was $38 million. So I really hope they break even with this movie because these are the types of movies um, that Sony's actually good at doing. It's a great story, and yeah, man, it's a good way to. I think they did a good job, in my opinion. I know it might not even be my place to say of honoring these firefighters, because I know other people might, think like, oh, well, this wasn't. I can't speak to that, but nah, I liked it. I will. Is a movie that I might actually buy when it comes out later. And if I had to give this score 0 to 100, I think I'd give this movie an. I think I'd give it an 81. It's a really good movie, and I'm trying to think. Um, I heard that they didn't really light fires. And if that's true, this movie deserves at least an Oscar nomination for special effects. I don't know if those fires were CGI, then I was completely convinced that that was a real fire. Those fires look completely real to me. I thought they really did light fires. Maybe they did. I didn't look at too much behind the scenes. And as far as acting goes, Miles Teller and Josh Brolin both would I would not be too surprised if they got nominations. I don't think they'll win, but maybe a nomination. Josh Brolin was those two guys were really good, man. And also this movie's got a great soundtrack, man. They got "Jump in the Fire" there by Metallica. They've got Ghost Riders Riders in the Storm by Johnny Cash. They got some Copperhead Road by Steve Earle. Uh, it's it's a great it's a great soundtrack all the way through. I like the music, I like the movies. Yeah, yeah, 81. I get 81, 82, 81. A little higher than Wonder Woman, about the same score I gave Spider Man. So yeah, go see this movie if you can. I really want it to make money, man. It's a good little film. Maybe it wasn't advertised that heavily. Maybe the studio didn't believe in it. The studio seems to be in this. Sony seems to be in this self-fulfilling prophecy where they're like, well, our smaller movies that we don't believe in, we just won't advertise it. And then when it makes a little bit of money, they're like, oh, good thing we didn't advertise it because it only made a little bit of money. And then they go all in with these large blockbuster pieces of trash like Ghostbusters, and they're like, well, it still made more money. It's like they need a new CEO, man. Whoever that lady is, they need to fire her. She seems to think that no, everything has to be an IP in these smaller movies about real heroes. Nobody wants to see that, so here's just a couple million, and don't even advertise it. And then she doesn't push the movie, and then so it doesn't make a lot of money. And then she goes, "You see, I was right." Well, it's because you didn't push the movie. I wish they'd push this movie a little harder. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe. And I will see you guys later. All right. Bye.